All right, folks, we are one day away from the election, and I'm getting that question. It seems like every day here in Vietnam, and I'm trying to avoid the question. It just seems like it keeps coming up. Is Trump going to win? Is Kamala Harris? I really don't care. But I did a video a couple weeks ago on my thoughts about who's going to win and how it's going to affect the crypto market. And I'm here to tell you folks, it don't matter. The polls are actually coming out, and the polls are actually saying that some of the swing state polls, especially, are actually polling more favorably toward Harris. But the polls have been wrong before, and win or lose, I think that there's going to be some turmoil in the U.S. I think there's going to be some fights, especially if Trump is not showing up as the winner early on. I mean, he's already laid the groundwork. He's done some preemptive negative comments on the results. He's done a preemptory strike on on the validity of the results. Of course, I'm sure that if he's the clear winner, he's going to, no doubt, he's going to announce it, and he's not going to spread any doubt or fear on that. But it just goes to show you the politics in America is that's one of the many reasons why I left the U.S. and am living here in Vietnam. That and the fact that the crypto industry, the blockchain industry, is so vibrant, peaceful. It's a lovely place. You see, I've got a nice place over here. We've got just moved not too long ago. But we're just I can't believe this. I'm getting questions every day about this with the election, but yeah. Um, Trump has actually promised a lot of things, and I've shared this on some previous videos. I mean, he went to the Bitcoin conference a few months ago in Nashville, made a slew of promises. He's laid forth a slew of promises before. I'm kind of the same mindset of BitMEX's Arthur Hayes, who said that this guy had 4 years to do something for the crypto industry before. So why are we even entertaining his thoughts now? I did a recent check. This guy has actually made about 100+ promises the previous time before he got elected, and he broke over half of them. So some of the few that he did come through on was, of course, the tax cut for the rich. I mean, if you're not of the billionaire class in America, you're pretty much barking up the wrong tree if you're thinking that the Congress or the lawmakers or the executive branch is going to help you out or do anything for you. So it's a oligarchic, technocratic system, and I think that we do ourselves a disservice. Those of us in the crypto industry, we do ourselves a disservice, especially the average guy, the average Joe, that's in the crypto industry, whether you're a retail investor, a trader, or you're just a developer. I think we do ourselves a disservice hoping and looking to these guys, these politicians, and these the billionaire class, especially the technocrats. We looking for them for help and assistance and guidance and fanboying them and all of that stuff. I think it really kind of goes against the ethos of not only Bitcoin, but a lot of the other early crypto mentality, where we are actually supposed to be pretty much anti-authoritarian, anti-establishment. And it just it's coming out more and more so that a lot of these technocrats, and I can go down the list, whether you're talking about Elon Musk, whether you're talking about Peter Thiel, whether you're talking about Michael Saylor, all of these guys are not in it right reasons, man. They talk a good game. They say pretty words. They say, you know, Michael Saylor has a million different sayings on how to promote, how to sell. I mean, he's an excellent salesperson. I got to give it to him. He can really sell people on Bitcoin. But some of the things that he said recently that got the community up in arms, I mean, it's so revealing. I mean, you can, and I'll play a little clip of that.
I think that when the Bitcoin is held by a bunch of crypto anarchists who aren't regulated entities, who don't acknowledge government or don't acknowledge taxes or don't acknowledge reporting requirements, that increases the risk of seizure. You have an OG crypto community that's very hardcore about it, but if you look at where all the money is, 99.9% of the money is actually in the traditional economy.
If you consider the Great Depression, I mean, people thought that their gold was safe in banks until the Executive Order of 1933. So we're not entirely safe. I mean, I know that's kind of a wild thing to suggest may happen again, but history does repeat itself. So people's Bitcoin wouldn't be entirely safe. It's
people say that, but mostly it's paranoid crypto anarchists that say that. Okay? Because it's a myth and a trope that goes on over and over again. But first of all, he didn't really seize the gold. People voluntarily turned in the gold. They didn't go and kick in everybody's door, arrest them, shoot them, and take their gold. That never happened. Is the United States on the Bitcoin standard?
Maybe we will be soon.
But the point really is we're not. Right? It's totally not a reasonable comparison. You know, people have these inflammatory, you know, tropes or inflammatory memes that they use, and it's like, I say that because I want you to give me your money. Okay? Like, if you don't trust the bank, then you'll buy my hardware wallet. If you don't trust this government, you'll move to my country and you'll buy a passport from me. That's the kind of fear-mongering to get you to give me your money, right? And I use it to sell you a gun, to sell you a hardware wallet, to sell you an account, to sell you a financial advisor, to sell you an insurance policy, to sell you a, you know, fill in the blank.
Yeah, this guy is really, he thinks of the ethos, the original ethos of Bitcoin. You could see that he really doesn't subscribe to it. I mean, he's really of the mindset of embracing the establishment, embracing the monetary system, embracing the authorities. He's of the mindset that is a good marriage with Bitcoin, when that goes actually against the original ethos of Bitcoin. And another example, another technocrat that I have a problem with, of course, Elon Musk, who is not the founder of Tesla. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. He's not the founder of Tesla. You know, this guy is really, you know, I actually, tell you the truth, I actually applauded when he originally bought Bitcoin about 4 years ago. He actually went and he was one of the first big billionaire class people that actually bought it. But, you know, I listened to some of the subsequent interviews, and I watched his actions. And, you know, he bought some Bitcoin. He ended up selling some of it. He's been all over the place. And then on top of that, he went to buy Dogecoin. And if you listen to his reasoning and rationale, he did some interviews on this. He did some he actually revealed himself. He's really not a firm believer in crypto, in my opinion. He bought some Dogecoin. He said that somebody at his plant had asked him, one of his plants that he got, one of those Tesla plants, had asked him if he subscribes to current cryptocurrency, he likes Dogecoin, and he said he just bought Dogecoin because somebody recommended to him at one of his Tesla plants.
Dogecoin is my sort of favorite cryptocurrency because it has the best humor and has dogs.
I did, however, look at the price of it yesterday. It's lower than it was.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you know, it's like a friend of mine has a saying that the most ironic explanation is the most likely, and the most ironic outcome for currency would be that the thing that was made as a joke to make fun of cryptocurrencies, most ironic outcome would become that it becomes the global currency.
So, but as you could see, he's on and off. I mean, sometimes he'll say something about Dogecoin, sometimes he says something about Bitcoin. But like I said, he sold some of his Bitcoin. He's not really a proponent of. He says he believes more in Dogecoin now, but doesn't seem like he's a overall believer in the space. A lot of people had been speculating he was going to integrate the crypto payments into X. That hasn't materialized. I mean, he's got an agenda, man. He's revealed himself to be a fanboy of Trump lately, and it's just like, okay, all right, well, what are you trying to accomplish, man? And I think what he's trying to accomplish is he's trying to garner just support, and maybe that's what his thing was. He wanted to get he needs some in to garner some publicity, some support, and now he's in bed with Trump, offering $1 million to voters that register and subscribe to some sort of petition. I don't know. He's actually in hot water over that now because it's not really. It's kind of really runs clearly across the lines of election interference. But I'll digress on that. But so anyway, those are my thoughts on the election. So I do think that either way we go, whether we get Trump or Harris, we're going to be in a situation whereby obviously both of those parties realize the power and influence of the crypto community now. I think that Brad Garlinghouse, I think I'm saying his name right, with XRP, he's actually leaning more toward Harris now. And the reasoning that he provided was that he's thinking that, she's been, her eyes have been opened that the community is large, the community has some influence, and the crypto community is going to wield its voting power. And so I think that, he's of the mindset that, she's coming along and she's actually going to probably get rid of Gary Gensler. And I think that will be a good thing because, Gary Gensler has been on a rampage, man. I think that he knows his time is limited. And oh my God, he's did like about 3 or 4 well notices to different crypto properties in the past couple months. I mean, I think he knows he's out the door, so he's trying to hurry up and get it out. Maybe he's doing this for his big banking friends or his big banking brother, his twin. And I didn't know you had a twin till a few months ago. Man, they look almost identical. But yeah, these guys are multi-millionaire, man. They've got an agenda, obviously, which is why Gary Gensler's done a 180-degree turn since he was a professor teaching and actually stating that a lot of these cryptocurrencies were in fact not securities. But now he's got a totally different tune, of course. But yeah, that's my take on the election, man. I think that hopefully we can get past this. Hopefully there's no civil war or anything like that in the U.S. I don't think so. There's just a lot of talk. A lot of people like to spread rumors online and stuff. But yeah, it's really kind of a really hectic time in the U.S. I think that we're hopefully we can get past this, and either way, I think that the overall climate of the crypto community in the world is that hey, we're going to be able to move on past the U.S. anyway. It's amazing that it has so much sway. The U.S. has so much sway over the crypto community. I think that this new proposal by the BRICS that was laid out in Russia and presented and actually demoed the payment system will be a positive development. I think that there might get scuttled because they're using the mBridge. They were planning on using the mBridge, which is actually proposal that was, or something that was introduced by the Bank of International Settlements, which is the central bank of all banks, central bank of all central banks, I should say. So this payment system, which was supposed to be utilizing the mBridge, which is in itself another blockchain, was going to allow settlements on multiple currencies. But I think that the G7 has actually revealed actually wielded its power, and I think they're trying to actually scuttle the mBridge so that Russia and a lot of other countries cannot go around the U.S. sanctions and then thereby interfere with U.S. dollar and U.S. hegemony. So it's going to be an interesting thing, man. I think that we are in a very pivotal point in the world where, the financial institutions and the financial systems are in flux, and they are going to be rapidly changing. And I just hope that, us in the crypto community can adhere to the original ethos and stay on that ethos, that we are above politicians, we are above these technocrats, and we are going to remain a force, cohesive force, and we're going to utilize our collective power and, maintain our autonomy. That's what this is about, man. Autonomy. Not fanboying Elon Musk, not fanboying Michael Saylor, not fanboying Donald Trump, or whomever else is in bed or of the technocratic class, because that's not going to get us anywhere, man. They'll drop you like a dime, or talk bad about you, like Michael Saylor talk bad about you in an interview, and you'll get to see what they really think about you. So with that said, let's hope for the best, and everybody keep it coffee and crypto. And I'm gonna keep it short and sweet because I've got to get out of here. There's so many events going on this week and next week, and I'll give you some live and interviews from DevCon next week as well. I'll be up in Bangkok. So keep it coffee and crypto. We'll talk to you soon.